Welcome to another production of Park TV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are again on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, watching girls high school Metro West lacrosse featuring the St. Louis Park Orioles. They're crosstown rivals right across Highway 100, coming across the freeway to take on the Red Knights here at home. Both teams evenly matched this year. Red Knights 7-5, Orioles 5-7. So bunched up in the middle of the Metro West Conference, and this is their final game of the year, and St. Louis Park will start out on defense. They're in their dark uniforms with orange numbers, Red Knights, white jerseys, red numerals, and we're underway here from Benilde-St. Margaret's. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us as we're watching Park TV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us on a gorgeous 62-degree night. Light winds out of the northwest, 5 miles an hour, and that first shot is taken and scored. And I believe that was number 6 with the goal, Charlize Vang, if I'm not mistaken. If we got a replay, we can verify that, but she came right in. There she is, Vang. Went to her left, one of the prolific scorers on the Red Knights, and she goes down low and beats the goaltender, number 10, Savannah Davis. We've been fortunate enough to do several girls St. Louis Park lacrosse matches over at their field. They have a much improved team this year, led by Ailish Fitzpatrick, number 4. She's the leading scorer. She was the leading scorer in the state, once featured in a Metro Star Tribune Metro High School Athlete of the Week. Keep an eye on her. She's in number 4, down to the left, just out of the center circle for the face-off. That's number 2, Maria Johnson, for the Red Knights, as they are taking a lot of time making sure they get those sticks exactly horizontal, as it appears to me. And that's the face-off, and it's out, and ball loose, and there she is. Ailish Fitzgerald has her first possession of the afternoon, early evening here in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and a quick shot and a pass and a goal. No, a save, actually, by number 20. Let's see, who is that in goal there? Meanwhile, Orioles have it. That was number 23, Lola Grimm. Now with it, number 2, Ailish Fitzpatrick, or excuse me, Riley Ridgway is number 2. Now on the top of the key, number 22, Kate Grimm. Orioles taking their time. Near side, number 23, Lola Grimm, and that pass goes over the head of number 9. That is Clara Bagney, and it's going to be an unforced turnover against the Orioles. And now the Red Knights will break out of their own zone on that far sideline. Streaking down the field are the Red Knights into the offensive territory, and a pass ahead. I believe that's June Vang. No, that was Charlize Vang, number 6. Who got the first goal of the evening. Red Knights lead. Under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter as they rotate the ball around the horn behind the net. Now a near miss there, and they do recover, the Red Knights. So they'll retain possession, that being number 12, Abby Urbaniak. Now in the far wing, Red Knights will try to penetrate. Now they get pushed out to the top of the key, and they'll have to give it up to the inside to Johnson. Johnson coming right in, shoots. Deflected in front by the defense. We've got a whistle, and it looked like the yellow flag had come out of the pocket of the referees. We look at the replay. Look at that nice crossover by number 2, Maria Johnson, and then the defense by the Orioles. But it's going to end up for a free opportunity for Maria Johnson, the 9th grader. Splits the defense, comes right in. Savannah Davis makes the save and scoops up the rebound. So a nice stop by the Orioles. And now the outlet pass intercepted by June Vang. Here she comes in. Point blank range, shoots wide left. Ball into the corner, and the race is on into the corner as they joust for that ball. And now a whistle, and they're gonna award it to the Orioles. Great hustle in the corner by both those players. Number 20 for the Red Knights, Harper Cans. And with the ball right now for the Orioles is number 11, Tamara Smith, who beat the Red Knight to that ball, and she still has possession, but the forecheck is on in earnest for the Red Knights, and now they're going to try to cause another turnover, and it is loose in their own zone, and they cause another turnover. So the Orioles having trouble breaking the ball out of their own zone, turn it over with almost 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. That's number 18, Hannah Larson, and the Red Knights are in business. Both these teams with nearly identical records. Actually, they're inverse of each other. The Orioles 5-7, the Red Knights 7-5. Now the Red Knights will try that other side. Nice inside pass to number 6, Charlize Vang, and she records her second goal of the evening, second goal of the first quarter. And it's going to be 2-0 Red Knights. And that goal comes with 7 minutes, 42 seconds remaining. And there is a timeout on the field as we see that replay. And how good is number 6, the senior midfielder, Charlize Vang? And there she goes, off to a great start here at home on their home finale. Both the Red Knights and the Orioles will be looking at sections starting as early as next week or the week after. First time I believe they've met this year. And always a good rivalry between St. Louis Park High School and the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights as we get a good look at the head coach, Anna Bowlesby, and her staff coaching up those Red Knights. And so far, their forecheck on defense has been the difference. Orioles, good timeout for them, for their coach also, Kate Pearson. Talk about how to get that ball out of the zone. That's the key critical issue that they're having that I can see from up here in the press box. They did get into the offensive zone and had a couple nice scoring opportunities on their first possession, but the last couple of times, once they were able to defend against the Red Knights and they obtained the ball, they struggled getting it out of the zone. So timeout continues here. Looking at the St. Louis Park girls schedule, they've come in on a 2-game losing streak, last having won on May 15th against St. Paul Two Rivers. And they've lost 4 of their last 5. Prior to that, they won 2 in a row, and they started out the year winning their first 2 before losing their next 3, and overall, again, they are 5-7. Meanwhile, the Red Knights, as we see the Orioles break up their committee meeting over there, Red Knights are 4-1 in their last 5, having lost just the other day on Tuesday, and it was terrible weather conditions, 40 degrees. Just a couple of days ago. Today it's 62, beautiful, sunny. But the Red Knights lost to Orono. That is their arch rival in not only this sport, but girls basketball, boys basketball. They met in the finals to go to the state tournament. And they are jousting atop the Metro West. Okay, following the timeout and the second goal by Charlize Vang, we go back to the center circle. That's Maria Johnson going against number 23, Lola Grimm, and that ball is controlled by the Red Knights, and that's number 18, Hannah Larson, now into the offensive zone. Pass misses the mark, intended for number 20, Cans now does recover, and now she has it. Number 20, the senior attacker, will carry it behind the net and set up shop right there and reverse it to the near side to number 7, June Vang. Vang now around the horn, that's number 4, Katie Croft. And she gets it over to the Sunshine by the 20. And that's the Red Knights again, number 18. Hannah Larson puts the spin move on. Pass inside to Charlize Vang, and she delivers another goal. And another assist for Hannah Larson. And now that second goal comes within a minute of her second. And that will be number 3 for number 6, Charlize Vang. And who set it up? Right there, number 18, Hannah Larson. Nice short pass in traffic, and it was clear that Charlize Vang knew exactly what she was going to do with that ball. She was very intentional and deliberate, and she has scored from all different angles, but that is their MO, isn't it? They come in, and Charlize Vang has such great agility and tight situations right in front of the net. She can receive the ball and turn and shoot it, and they're going to exploit that all night long is my guess. All right, now following the goal and the face-off, controlled by the Orioles. So now they have a chance, and if they're going to get back in this one right now, it's going to be Ailish Fitzgerald, number 4, that leads the way. Well over 50 goals this year on the season. And there she is trying to find her way, and the Red Knights are marking her all the way. Very a tight defense by number 15, Claire Dooley. Now to the near side it is Fitzpatrick, excuse me. Trying the middle and the double team. Nice defense as Hannah Larson came over to help out. So she's not only doing it on the offensive end, she's assisting on the defensive side as well. And there is Fitzpatrick. It's her against the Red Knights defense right now. And then she gives it up to Riley Ridgway, and she had a great opportunity. Ridgway just missed going over the crossbar. Look at that nifty pass by Fitzpatrick. That was a great lacrosse play. They just missed on that scoring opportunity, and they'll retain possession. So a little bit of a confidence booster there for the Orioles. They did get a nice shot off there as Ridgway and Fitzpatrick work well together. Now they're going to return the favor, and that was Fitzpatrick looking for the pass from Ridgway this time. And they couldn't connect, and the ball is still loose. Red Knights appear to be in control, and they are on the turnover. Bailey Gray, the senior, races down the far sideline, and she speeds away from the defenders and cuts back into the middle, and she has got it, and the Red Knights are back on the offensive end as we approach the 5-minute mark in quarter number 1. As they set up shop, that's number 4, Katie Croft, to the near side. Now into the corner. That's June Vang, will try that side, and she pulls up. Now she'll go right back in, splits the defense, goes lows, and she gets a goal. A 4th Vang goal that comes with 4:57 remaining, and that's going to be June Vang, number 7, the junior attacker. And look at her, how she worked that. She came in, she got pushed back, then she came right back as that second defender turned her back, and that gave her the one-on-one opportunity, and she took advantage. Beat the defender, and then the goalie, Savannah Davis, for goal number 4 for the Red Knights. And they are coming off that loss to Orono. So my guess is they are going to be very focused on winning this one in a dominating fashion. A famous Viking football coach used to say, it's not who you play, it's when you play them. And good teams coming off losses are more apt to be motivated to win, and I think the Red Knights are showing that right here. Just under 5 minutes to go, up by 4. Dominating pretty much in all phases early on here as the Orioles look for control of that ball. As Fitzpatrick comes to take it, and it gets taken right back as they jousted for it. That was number 9 coming away with it for the Red Knights, Bailey Gray. So she has been instrumental in getting possession, and now the Red Knights right on the doorstep. That was Hannah Larson, and her shot goes behind the net, out of bounds. Red Knights will retain possession, and with it is number 20 for Benilde-St. Margaret's, Harper Cans. And now to the near side, June Vang, who just scored the 4th goal for the Red Knights. Now, number 2, Maria Johnson gets spun around, pulls up shop, now gives it off to Hannah Larson. Hannah Larson at the top of the key, tries to put the move on, much like a point guard, and had to dish it off to the side, and now June Vang has it. Vang now back to the number 2, Maria Johnson, and there was Charlize Vang, and I just noticed she did misplay that, and the sun is setting to our west, and it is going to be in their eyes when you're looking back. You can just see that from the view on your screen. And I do believe the sun will play an impact, as I think it did there. Charlize momentarily lost track of that ball, but was able to recover. Now she has it with 3:40 to go. She's got 3 goals on the night. Now the pass inside, and the goal made. Number 5 for Benilde, and they have been having all kinds of success in the middle. And that is Vang, and the pass inside, and I didn't quite get the number on that one. Well, is that number? I didn't see the number, Paul. If you could tell me, I couldn't tell who that is, but she got a great goal there. She took that pass from Charlize Vang. So Vang Charlize now has 3 goals and 1 assist, and the Red Knights are up 5-0. Still 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And we'll go back to the center circle for the face-off. 3:34 remaining. All right, they've got it set. And that, again, is Lola Grimm for the Orioles, trying to get it, and she does. Ahead to number 22, her sister Kate Grimm, and now right in on the doorstep, the Orioles, number 24, Sam Hansen. as a freshman, she has had a great initial varsity year, and now she's going to have a chance to add to her goal totals this year with a point-blank opportunity to try to get on the board. And that shot is saved. And the outlet pass on the mark to guess who? Bailey Gray, as she sprints it into the offensive zone. And she brings it all the way in, and now she loses it momentarily, and that is Ailish Fitzpatrick doing it on the defensive end. And the outlet pass at the feet of Riley Ridgway, and the race is on to the near side. Who's going to get there first? And it goes out of bounds. And let's see, Red Knights have it. Unforced error there by the Orioles. Just when they got it back, they gave it right back, and that has been an issue so far here in the first quarter. Now here are the Red Knights on the near side. Number 4, Katie Croft. Croft to June Vang. Now behind the net to number 20, Harper Cans. Cans reverses course back to June Vang. Vang now to Maria Johnson, and there you saw she had a momentary lapse, and that's that Sunshine playing a role there. And now Hannah Larson on the far side. Good things happen when Hannah Larson has it on that far wing. Now behind the net, over to 20, Cans. Cans loses it momentarily. And you can see the wind is starting to kick up a little bit out of the northwest. The flag's on the far side, and now a whistle and a turnover for the Orioles as Savannah Davis now tries to handle it, and she loses it in front of her own net, and the goal pouncing on it was, who is that? Number 17 for the Red Knights, Anna Brown, or is that Hannah Larson? Excuse me, that's number 18. Hannah Larson was Johnny on the spot. And I'm not sure why they threw it back to Savannah Davis, and rather than hang in there and try to get it, she decided to turn back and play defense, and Hannah Larson made her pay for that, resulting in goal number 6 that comes with 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining. And there's Hannah Larson having a great night, both scoring goals and assisting on other goals. Her first one of the afternoon puts the Red Knights up 6-0, 1:40 remaining. Back to the center circle, that's Maria Johnson. And I believe that is also Lola Grimm at the center circle for the faceoff. Her sister Kate and Ailish Fitzpatrick are nearby to scoop up the rebound as that ball will come flying out of there, as it does. Batting at it high, now it's loose, and there is number 10 with it for the Red Knights. That's Taylor Nelson, the freshman. She delivers the pass to number 20, Cans, and Cans will bring it behind the net and set up shop. They can really sort of play a point guard quarterback position from behind the net and orchestrate plays, and also from the top of the key. The more traditional position right about there as the ball goes to Katie Croft. Now Croft gives it up to Maria Johnson. Johnson's going to put the move on, head right, pass right in, and the backhanded shot taken by Charlize Vang. Almost connects as it goes wide left. Here's that little pass. That's their little slant, and there she went behind the back shot. Just missing. Great camera work there. ParkTV 16 Sports bringing you all these great images. Glad you're with us as we are also streaming live on YouTube as we look at Charlize Vang try to penetrate along the goal line. She'll get pushed back. Now she gets by, and she takes a shot towards the head, and we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play with 32.7 seconds remaining. And here's that replay as she took a little bit of a hit to the head area. Looks like she's going to be okay, but she's going to get a free opportunity from a little bit extended outside that semicircle. But with her quickness, I believe she'll get in there. She'll try to beat the defense, and she does. She comes right in. Davis rejects it. And a great save by the Orioles. With 26 seconds remaining, they have it, and this is where they've struggled. They certainly don't want to turn it over and give up a goal here late in the first quarter, and better yet, they've got 18 seconds, and with a few key passes, they could be in scoring position. 12 seconds remaining. That is Lola Grimm. Grimm ahead. Now coming back, that's number 24 towards the net, Sam Hansen, and the shot and the save by the Red Knights. Robs the Orioles of their first goal of the evening as the whistle sounds, ending quarter number 1. And after 1 quarter complete, our score here from Benilde-St. Margaret's High School, Red Knights 6, Orioles 0. Come on back for quarter number 2.
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today, you can verify your earnings, estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, manage your benefits, and even change your address, all from the comfort of your home. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Back to Park TV 16 Sports on location. We are again at Benilde-St. Margaret's High School, bringing you girls non-conference. No, it's actually Metro West Conference rivalry on the graphic there, just to correct that. And our score after one quarter complete, 6-0 Red Knights. They will switch sides, and the Red Knights will defend the northwest side of the goal. They'll be heading south, so they'll have a little bit of wind behind them on a 60-degree night with light winds 5 miles out of the northwest. But the Orioles come out of the break and have their first possession of the quarter, and they need a goal here, and getting one early in the second quarter would be just what the doctor ordered if you're an Orioles fan. And that's Riley Ridgway with it as she tries to go inside and gets pushed back and dishes to Ailish Fitzpatrick, and now she will continue to go. And I thought we had a whistle there, but they continue to play on. And now Ailish Fitzpatrick, as she tried to get it back to a teammate there, Grimm, and she couldn't quite get it to her. And now there is number 6, Charlize Vang. Had 45 goals coming into the night. She's already got 3, and now she has 4. That puts her at 49 goals for the year as she gets her 4th one tonight. And that goal comes in the first minute of play of the second quarter, 11:09 to go. And that is Charlize Vang having an afternoon evening here on her home turf for their final home regular season game. The senior will be her final senior year home conference game, and she is making the most of it. Again, coming in with 45 goals. She's now up to 49, and we are just barely into the second quarter. There she is, number 6. She also has 8 assists, 53 points, and you add, I think she has another assist tonight, so she's up there around 60 points and adding to it. Meanwhile, Ailish Fitzpatrick has 56 goals already on the year with 20 assists. Nothing tonight, but she's got the ball right there. She gets checked by Charlize Vang. So they're the two leading scorers banging into each other. And there's Ailish Fitzpatrick, and she's got 3 Red Knights all around her. And I can't blame the Red Knights for putting 3 people on Ailish Fitzpatrick for sure. Now with it, Riley Ridgway. Ridgway is having a great year as well. She has 20 goals, 13 assists, and there's the shot right on the mark by Fitzpatrick. And the save by, I think that's number 29, Emmeline Downey, the 9th grader, made the save. It is. And she's been having a great night in goal, saving everything that's come close. Really frustrating the Orioles because they've had scoring opportunities, but they've run into Downey in nets, who so far has blanked the Orioles. Let's see if they can get another scoring opportunity as we watch number 22 carry to the far side, I should say. Kate Grimm. Grimm now inside, ball loose. Ridgway picks it up, and there's another great save by Emmeline Downey, the freshman goaltender. And she still has it as she twists it on the net, now looking for an outlet pass, and she gets it right on the money to number 22 for Benilde-St. Margaret's. That is Kalia Henthome, and here she still has it, Henthome. And now she'll give it up to number 18 on the near side, and that, of course, is Hannah Larson for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Already on the scoring board tonight. She came in with 10 goals, 2 assists. And she's got at least 1 goal and an assist, if my memory serves. And the Red Knights dominating here 7-0. And now that is Larson again with the ball in the sunshine as the sun sets behind us. And there is Charlize Vang, the woman of the hour 4 goals and assists. She's 1 goal from that 50 mark. Coming right in, she goes low, and there she gets it right on cue. 50th goal of the year for Charlize Vang, comes with 9:02 to go. That's her 5th of the night. Her sister, I believe, June Vang, has the other one, and so does number 18, Hannah Larson. There she is. She takes the pass. Very cool, calm, and collected, spinning that ball, and just goes down low, sidewinder. And there you can see her shielding her eyes from that sunshine. As the sun does continue to set, it's going to be at a very sharp angle coming right into your eyes. And now we go back to the center circle. Again, 9:02 remaining, second quarter. And there is number 23 for the Orioles, Lola Grimm. She has 19 goals, 13 assists, 32 points on the year. And a definite scoring threat for the Orioles when they have the ball, and that's exactly what they need to do right now, is they can get it. Still loose as they kick it around on the far sideline, and that's Ailish Fitzpatrick, can't quite come up with it, and now the Red Knights have it. And I believe that's Hannah Larson on the far side as she cuts towards the middle. 3 Orioles trailing her on defense, and now behind the net to 22, that is Henthorn, yes, the 9th grader attacker. Young Red Knight squad out this year. And that's Charlize to the near side to Hannah Larson. And the Red Knights have control and an 8-0 lead, as we are in the 8-minute mark of quarter number 2. They play 4 quarters, 12 minutes each. And that is Vang behind the net, waiting as they rotate in front of her, much like a basketball play. And there's the return pass, and Charlize Vang has her 6th goal of the night to match her jersey number and her 51st of the year. And that is now 9 overall, and that does make me try to recall the mercy rule, Paul. I don't think it takes effect until the second half, and it's 10. So we are approaching the mercy rule, and all that means is that during these stoppages between goals, and if there's flags or penalties, they don't stop the clock. Maybe for an injury timeout, they might stop it for that, but otherwise that's what happens once they get to 10 and you're in the second half. But right now we're still in the second quarter, 7:55 to go. Back to the center circle. Now it's Ailish Fitzpatrick, who is now going to do the honors at faceoff, as the Orioles need to get the ball, and they're going to put the best one out there to get it. And there she is, Ailish Fitzpatrick. She almost had it. And there was a whistle, and they're going to give it to Ailish Fitzpatrick. So the Orioles have it, and Fitzpatrick moves quickly and moves that ball to the far side. 2 quick passes, and Riley Ridgway has it on that far side. Now to number 22, Kate Grimm. And Ridgway almost gave it away again to the Red Knights as their aggressive defense pays off, but the Orioles save it. And the pass inside is interfered with. It was intended for Ailish Fitzpatrick, but she was double covered, and that is an interception and a turnover, and the Red Knights have it, and that's number 2, Maria Johnson, sprinting into the offensive zone. As we approach the 7-minute mark in quarter number 2, and she comes right in on Savannah Davis, running the length of the field, and she looks definitely out of breath and maybe a little injured just behind the net there. She does appear to be holding her face at some level. Looks like maybe she'll be okay as she trots towards the sideline. We'll see if she stays in. Meanwhile, play goes on, so she does, and that was Maria Johnson on that rush. But the Red Knights have it now with 6:45 remaining in the second quarter. Hannah Larson now with it again to number 22. That's Callie Henthorn. Name I've never seen before. Henthorn playing well. The 9th grader out there for the Red Knights. Now Hannah Larson will trot towards the top of the key. Now she'll slant right in. Delivers the shot, and Davis deflects it, and she's going to get it back. And another great save by the Orioles goaltender, Savannah Davis, coming up big for the Orioles, thwarting the Red Knights. And now we've got Ailish Fitzpatrick, as she'll rush it out of the defensive zone and runs into a double team, cuts back towards the middle, and now it gets poke checked away from behind, but there's also a whistle from the referee behind, and they're going to keep it with Fitzpatrick and the Orioles as we're under the 6-minute mark of quarter number 2. Now that pass intended Ahead to number 17 for the Orioles. That was Stella Kruger, and Kruger has it. Number 17 turning around in the sunshine. Now on the far flank there are the Orioles. I believe that's number 21, Adrena Meyer, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, that was Sam Hansen, excuse me, 24. Scoring can come from any of these women. That's number 22 now with it. Kate Grimm, she's got 21 goals on the year. There's Fitzpatrick, she has 56. And right now they're looking for a goal scorer, and they turn it over again. Another great defensive play. Boy, this girls' Red Knight team plays excellent defense, and it showed right there again with the turnover. And now Hannah Larson into the offensive zone, and she's got room in front of her. Can someone cut her off to stop her? And they do. Coming up with the cross check there was Ruby Viat. She's their star defender for the Orioles. Just stopping the ball there. It did result in a whistle, and it's going to be a free opportunity for Hannah Larson, but she's quite a distance out. I don't know if she'll take a rush towards the goal from that distance. With 4:40 remaining, clock now winding down as we approach halftime. Now to the far side. That's Katie Croft. She gives it up to number 15, I believe, the top of the key. That's Claire Dooley. Her pass, Dooley tried to penetrate from that far side, and it got poke checked away. Good defense by the Orioles, and that's Sam Hansen with it, number 24. She has 19 goals, 13 assists, and 32 points for a freshman, having a great breakout year in her high school career. She gets the ball, and there she is, number 24, Sam Hansen. And they're going to make her start closer to that big white sideline, as we can see the shadows as the sun continues to set. Lights aren't on quite yet, but I expect they will be by the game's end. Now Orioles with it behind the net, looking for their first goal of the evening. And it is a busy day here at Benilde-St. Margaret's parking. They were overflow parking into the synagogue across the street. They got a baseball game going on. They've got this important lacrosse match, and they've got activities going on in the far football field. So very busy here in late May on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Meanwhile, the Orioles are very busy trying to get their first goal, and that pass inside misses the mark, but the Orioles are going to retain possession. Number 22, Kate Grimm with it. She'll come to the near side as we are now at 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 3 to halftime as Ailish Fitzpatrick, number 4 on the far side, looking for something to happen, and there is a poke check defensive play away. Again, number 4, this time Katie Croft turns it over. And now we have a stoppage, as I heard what I thought sounded like the whistle that signals the end of a quarter. And now they stop play for some unknown reason. And the Red Knights will retain possession, and on the far side, the pass complete to June Vang, number 7, as she'll come in from that far side with that sun in her face. Turn back around to number 4, Katie Croft, who caused that last turnover. So far, a shutout here for the Red Knights, 9-0, late in the second quarter. Now with the ball, June Vang. She'll come in from that far sideline, looking, and now inside as she backed up and opened up the middle. She got it to Charlize Vang, and Charlize Vang gets her, what, is that her 7th, I want to say? I'm not really writing them down. I'm trying to just remember, but here's that goal, and there was June who set her up, and there was so much space in the middle that even though she dropped it momentarily, there was still time and space for her to snatch it up again and put it in the net. And that is now goal number 10, and that is 7 tonight for Charlize Vang. Talk about a Metro Athlete of the Week. I would nominate her as a candidate for next week. From what we're watching here, a 7-goal output for Charlize Vang, who has just exploded in scoring. And we are at running time, so they are going to start the mercy rule here. I don't know if that extends to the halftime break, though, my guess would be. So we'll be taking a break here in about 1.5 minutes. In fact, we are at the 1.5 minute mark right now as we go back to the center circle, and that is Lola Grimm, number 23, going against Katie Croft on the face-off, and the ball is loose, and picking it up for the Red Knights is Bailey Gray. Here comes Bailey Gray with all kinds of space, moving in between the defense, and the shot, kick saved by Savannah Davis. Rebound, Red Knights. And with it behind the net, number 13, Delaney Lynch. And now June Vang to number 4, Katie Croft. 1 minute remaining until halftime. We're in running time, and now the pass all the way back to number 20, Harper Cans. And the Red Knights seem to content, or there's a turnover there, and a rare unforced error by the Red Knights. Give it right back to the Orioles. So they'll have a chance to get on the board here late in the second quarter to hopefully build some sort of momentum, confidence going into the second half. But it's a formidable task, isn't it? Down 10-0. Okay, now Orioles with it on that far sideline, rushing in. I believe that's number 11 over there, Tamara Smith. And now another poke check away, and that's Ridgway with it. And ahead, the pass on the mark, the shot, and the save by Downey. Again, Downey robs a great scoring opportunity for the Orioles, and they've had several, and if all or any of those have gone in, this score would be much different, and this game would be much tighter as the whistle sounds, ending the first half. And our score after one half complete, the Red Knights lead 10-0. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. And oh, it might be senior night. So are we going to stay with it here, Paul? All right, so yeah, it does appear. I see some parents now walking over. So do we want to take a break as they set that up, or should we just stay right here? All right. Well, I don't have any, usually they have some sort of printout of the parents' night and write-ups on something or another, but we just did cover another parents' night, didn't we, when we did boys volleyball, as they took on New Prague with an unbelievable comeback in Game 4. Or in Game 3, I should say, to force a Game 4. But we're gonna do a little ceremony, I guess. All right, I do see, you can see, I don't know if we can zoom in there, Paul. There's looks like they've formed a, they're the parents, huh? Proud parents, especially for the seniors. Many of them have been coming here for the last 3 or 4 seasons, or in between there, and it's a goodbye for them as well, unless they have other kids coming up through the system here at Benilde-St. Margaret. So it is that time of year. Lots of goodbyes, right? Things shutting down, final tests, graduations, proms, and final sporting events. And all right, here's the tunnel. Like that was the word I was looking for. The tunnel, as we acknowledge.
May I have your attention at center field?
And there's going to be a.
Is honored to announce the girls lacrosse class of 2025.
Okay, these are the seniors.
Number 5, Emma Dempsey, accompanied by Matt and Ann.
So that is number 5, Emma Dempsey. She's graduating with her parents. I don't have their names, unfortunately, but there's a nice bouquet of flowers. That's right, they'll take a picture. And that is quite the scene, isn't it? And there is Charlize Vang. Haven't mentioned her name much tonight. Only 7 goals and 1 assist, and that looks like the smile on there. Look at that cute family, huh? Big smiles there, and they are awful proud. And they are wearing number 6 in support, and that's what it takes. Good family support for success to happen, and that is readily apparent here as we see these proud parents. And there is number 9, Bailey Gray.
Number 12, Abby
And we've called her hockey games over the last several years. I think she also plays soccer and now here lacrosse, and she has had a huge impact tonight as well, Bailey Gray with her parents. Now we get a look at number 12. That's Abby Urbaniak, senior with her parents.
Number 20, Harper Can.
And a beautiful night for this.
Accompanied by Brandon and
But looking
Kara
right
Can.
back at that sun.
Harper will be attending Baylor University in the fall, studying finance and accounting.
All right, this is number 20, Harper Cans, who I just heard is going to be studying accounting when she moves on to college. There she is with her.
Senior manager Aspen Franklin, accompanied by
Now
John
a
and Jean
senior
Franklin.
manager.
Aspen will be attending Marquette University in the fall, studying physical therapy.
Aspen Franklin going to Marquette, I think I heard the PA announcer said. Going to study physical therapy. There she is with her mom.
Senior manager Ella Pasqua, accompanied by Mike
And
Jesse Pasqua.
here is Ella
Ella will be attending
Pasqua
Quinnipiac University
with
in the
her
fall to play
parents.
hockey and study health sciences.
Another good-looking family there,
Now
very
let's hear
proud.
a thank you to all our seniors and their parents.
All right, and I think Ella Pasqua was a star on the hockey team this year. I was like, how do I know her? And that's how it is. Hopefully that knee heals up. And there they are, the entire senior class of 2025 Red Knights. They have a 7-5 record, and it looks fairly safe bet they're going to go to 8-5 before the sections. And they are always perennial favorites to get to the state tournament. And that is always their goal as we look at the seniors crouching in there for a group photo. And look at that. Great memories. They'll look back at those pictures here 10 years from now, 20 years from now. All right, well, yeah, so should we take a break now, Paul? Or all right, so we're going to take a break here. There's 6 minutes to go before the beginning of the second half. Again, you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports as we step aside.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's High School on a gorgeous early spring evening, 60 degrees, light winds, and our score, there it is. The Red Knights lead by a touchdown and a field goal, 10-0 over the St. Louis Park Orioles. No, those are 10 separate lacrosse goals recorded by the Red Knights in the first half, and 7 of those belong to Charlize Vang, number 6. She came in with 45 goals on the year. She's now up to 52, and the Red Knights lead 10-0. And Orioles looking for some answers here as we get underway here in the second half. 12 minutes on the board. I believe we are under the mercy rule with that 10-goal lead here in the second half. We'll keep an eye on the clock to see if it continues to run when there's normally a stoppage. And there is the signature defense by the Red Knights, picking up right where they left off in the first half, rushing it in. For the Red Knights is number 10. That, of course, is Taylor Nelson, the freshman, and the Red Knights with a 10-0 lead and 11.5 minutes to go in the third quarter have the ball and the lead. And that is the ball at the top of the key to number 22 for Benilde-St. Margaret's. That's Kaylee Henthorne, the freshman. And now with it is Hannah Larson, who's had a goal and an assist at least. And there's another assist attempt, and the shot and the goal is made as Hannah Larson gets another assist as I try to get the number of the goal scorer. And I think it's that woman right there with the tall, let's see. There's Hannah Larson. Or no, that was number 10, I believe. Sorry. Taylor Nelson with the assist. She looks similar to Hannah Larson, and there's the Jefferson Shuffle celebration dance of that goal. So it's going to be 11-0 Red Knights, and the clock is continuing to run. So we are in running time here. And now back to the center circle for the face-off. That's going to be Maria Johnson to go along with Lola Grimm. And 2 bones for the Red Knights at 11-0 for the Orioles, and they are looking for their first possession here in the second half, and that face-off comes from the near side. Katie Croft got that goal, and the assist was to Taylor Nelson, if my eyes didn't deceive me, but what I'm seeing right now is not deceiving, as the Orioles have possession of the ball. Now they gave it right back again, as that Red Knight defense is now 2 for 2 in takeaways in the third quarter, and we're just within the first 2 minutes of this running time game at 11-0 score. Now into the offensive zone. There's Croft with it, who just scored for Benilde-St. Margaret's. And quickly that ball is behind the net again to number 22, Harper Cans, where she has been all night long, managing that side of the offensive attack from behind the net as it rotates around. Taylor Nelson, and around the horn we go as we're under the 10-minute mark in quarter number 3. Now to the near side, June Vang. Number 2, Maria Johnson. Johnson goes right, cuts back left, draws contact, and the whistle. All right, now, top of the key. Johnson to the near side. Katie Croft. Behind the net, Red Knights with it. So we're nearly at the 9-minute mark. And the Red Knights spinning. Hannah Larson inside. Pass intended for number 13, Delaney Lynch, the junior attacker, and it gets taken away, and the Orioles stop the Red Knights this trip down the field, and now here they have struggled. Is just trying to maintain possession, and there's contact. Very aggressive defense by the Red Knights. Look at the Havre surrounded. They do not relinquish an inch without a fight. That is signature of their defense, and now rushing it out of the defensive zone is Ruby Viat, and there's Viat making her presence felt. She's a stellar defender for the Orioles, and now Ridgway was rushing towards the goal, and it gets stripped away by number 7, June Vang, and another forced turnover by the Red Knights, and now they are in the offensive zone once again with it, Delaney Lynch. Lynch still with it, and she'll carry it all the way behind the net and give it up to Cans, and now to the near side to Maria Johnson, and she loses it momentarily, but June Vang back there to pick it up, but I believe there may have been a whistle just prior to that, as June Vang will now start out and play continues on. So we're now under the 8-minute mark in quarter number 3. Red Knights just dominating tonight in this Metro West rivalry between St. Louis Park and Benilde-St. Margaret, and that shot on the spin move attempted by number 22, Kaylee Henthorne, the freshman, unable to connect on the net as it goes wide left. But the ball will remain in the possession of the Red Knights. Now to the near side, that's Maria Johnson. Johnson inside, wide open is Croft, and I believe she hit the left post as it ricochets high in the air, and it's picked up by the Red Knights in midair. So they have got the lucky bounce there, although you wouldn't call it a lucky bounce if you were the shooter there hitting the post, but it went right into the basket though of a Red Knight, and now contact in the head area by the Orioles defense. And there's that shot. It went off the crossbar and right into the net of the player right behind her. So everything going the Red Knights' way, and now Croft with an opportunity, point blank, comes right in. That was Maria Johnson, actually, and she goes low on Savannah Davis, and she records the Red Knights' 12th goal. A dozen tonight, comes with 6:35 remaining, and the clock is continuing to wind down, and she was stopped by Fitzpatrick, but she was just a tad late coming in from the other side on the defense, and Maria Johnson was able to extend herself and get that ball down low and beats Savannah Davis. And now the sun has set in behind us, so now no longer are there shadows, and the field is noticeably darkened on your screen, and we'll see if they turn the lights on here. Although if you're here, you really don't need it, but it certainly looks dark on the screen from wherever you're watching, and we're glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Robert Christensen. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Okay, now center circle face-off. Lola Grimm against number 2, Maria Johnson, who just got the goal, and now it's Fitzpatrick. And the Red Knights have really bottled her up tonight. She came in with 56 goals, looking for something here. She gets triple teamed inside, draws contact, and the whistle. And now Fitzpatrick, from the top of the key, will get a free opportunity, but she's quite a ways away from the goaltender, Emmeline Downey, who has been pitching a shutout, and she has been tested and come up big every time. Now the pass inside to Grimm, and Grimm scores it. The pass from Fitzpatrick to Lola Grimm puts the Orioles on the board, and what a well-executed play that was. Rather than Fitzpatrick rushing in, she just passed it right, and that was just a very nice, calm throw. She put it high and away from the defender easy for Lola Grimm to catch it, and there was room for her to shoot it, and she beats Downey for the first time tonight, and that goal comes with 5 minutes to go, so 12-1 our score. As we go back to the center circle, and it's going to be Lola Grimm in the dark uniform on the left side, who just scored that goal, going to go for the face-off again against Maria Johnson. So the two latest goal scorers, Johnson and Lola Grimm, going for possession here. And if you're an Orioles fan, you want to see if you can get some momentum following that. And there she just scored the goal, and she comes up with the face-off, and now she tried to get it ahead to Kate Grimm, and now it's loose. And Kate Grimm does come up with it as she draws contact, and the whistle from behind. As I check the clock on the scoreboard, we're almost at the 4-minute mark of quarter number 3, and that is Kate Grimm. And to Viat, back to Grimm. Good give and go between those two as she finds space, and now that's Riley Ridgway at the top of the key. Now to the near side, Sam Hansen, and she tried to go just much like a wide receiver. You run before you've actually caught the ball, and that caused the turnover for Hansen and the Orioles, as they were looking for their second consecutive goal of the night. And now there's Downey way outside of the net. That's always dangerous as she came out to help. And look at the offensive pressure, forecheck by the Orioles. That's Ridgway. They're trying to force a turnover as Downey throws it up for grabs, basically. And Fitzpatrick has a turnover for the Orioles. And their first defensive effort comes through big time as they now maintain possession following that last goal. Still able to maybe get a second consecutive goal here in the third quarter, and what a vast improvement that would be since the first half. And now Fitzpatrick, she's got an assist, but you bet she wants to get a goal as she gets cross-checked all the way out, and they're letting him play on here as we are now at the 3-minute mark of quarter number 3. Ailish Fitzpatrick going to a Florida school on scholarship. I want to say Central Florida, but I might not be exactly accurate about that. But having a prolific year, 56 goals, although Charlize Vang is nearing that number tonight by herself. Okay, now from the top of the key, following the whistle, the shot taken by Kate Grimm, and she tried to beat Downey to the left side, and she whizzed it by and out of bounds, and that's a turnover for the Red Knights, and now they have it deep in their own zone as the press is on, much like basketball, and they are chasing her. It gets poke-checked away by Ridgway, and Ridgway, along with Fitzpatrick, comes up with a second turnover in a row. She comes right in on Downey, and that's great defense, and now inside a wide open was Clara Banyan. She couldn't come up with it, but she was there at point-blank range. But Sam Hansen now recovers it as the Orioles looking much better on offense here in quarter number 3. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter, and now a whistle just as the ball popped out of Sam Hansen's basket. And they're going to bring it back and give it to, it's hard to say, yeah, Hansen will have it. Point now, tough angle over there. But she's going to have room, and she may have the wheels to get in there on the doorstep, and she will attempt to, and she does get turned around. Good defense by the Red Knights. She loses it, and that is Downey spinning it around confidently. The goaltender for the Red Knights having a brilliant night here on senior night. And now the outlet pass. That misses the mark. Maria Johnson, and a third turnover in a row. Sam Hansen has it to Fitzpatrick right on the money. She comes in and scores it. Ailish Fitzpatrick on the turnover, and the pass from Sam Hansen gives the Orioles their second consecutive goal of this match, and now it's 12-2, and we're still in the mercy rule, but if the Orioles get another goal, we'll go back to stoppage time. But here's Fitzpatrick. You knew you couldn't keep her down all night long, and the turnover led to a great pass by Hansen to Fitzpatrick and the goal. And keep an eye on the clock here for you. It's 42 seconds and winding down. So just as they get this face-off set up, we're going to be right at about the end of quarter number 3. And we are at 30 seconds. To the center circle for the face-off. And there the sun came back out there, didn't it? So there are a few clouds around that blocked it. Meanwhile, 16 seconds remaining, the ball loose and going down hard. I believe that was Fitzpatrick, but she gets up quickly. 8 seconds remaining. They got to move quickly. 5 seconds. Looks like they're not going to get enough time off unless they can connect with a pass and a shot right there, but there is the whistle sounding the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters complete, there's our score, 12-2. You're watching Park TV 16 Sports. Come on back for the final quarter.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Back to Park TV 16 Sports on location. We are again on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's in gorgeous St. Louis Park, Minnesota, bringing you girls Metro West lacrosse, featuring the Red Knights, of course, and the Orioles, of course, from St. Louis Park. And that is our score, 12-2. It was 10-0 or 11-0 at half. I believe it was 10-0. That's right. Reminded me of a football score. And then the Red Knights came out and got 2 more to make it 12-0 before the Orioles came back with 2 of their own, 2 consecutive goals. So they're on a 2-goal streak here as we begin quarter number 4. We are under the mercy rule, which means it's going to be running time. And we've got 12 on the clock. If the Orioles get another goal before the Red Knights do, then I think we'd go back to stoppage time. But we're underway here with the Red Knights with a very comfortable 2-digit lead with the ball. They go left to right. And in the sunshine behind the net, that's number 20, Harper Cans. To the near side to number 22, Callie Henthorn. And now we have Hannah Larson to number 17 for Benilde-St. Margaret's Anna Brown. So the Red Knights have it. Just underway here in quarter number 4. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast as we look at the Red Knights. Number 9, Bailey Gray. Another one of the seniors that was honored here with their parents on senior night at halftime. And she comes right in and gets the ball poke checked out of her basket just as she was about ready to unleash that shot. But Katie Croft has it. Now to the top of the key, Anna Brown. Brown to Larson. Bailey Gray. Gray looking for a goal here on her last senior night. They seem to be giving it to her and getting her a chance, and she comes in and gets poke checked again. Good defense by the Orioles, but it did draw a flag and a whistle. As we're under the 11-minute mark, and now a chance for Bailey Gray. Will she come in and try to beat Savannah Davis? She's got Fitzpatrick on the left. She's going to come in, takes the shot, and she scores it. Bailey Gray gets that senior goal, and a large show of approval from the home crowd right in front. Bailey Gray, what an outstanding athletic career she's had. I think she played 3 sports that I've broadcast the last few years. Seems like she's been around for quite a while. Hockey, and I think soccer for sure, if I remember correctly, and now here again, lacrosse. Getting a goal on senior night. Gotta feel good. You know, that time, remember back to that. Believe it or not, I remember it a little bit. And yeah, those nights in May and early June leading up to graduation, all fun stuff. Okay, now. And the Red Knights are having a little more fun than the Orioles, I must admit. That's probably true, but they are playing well. They've got 2 goals here in the second half and trying to get a third as the Red Knights win that face-off, and that is Hannah Larson again with it. And the Red Knights are on offense with an 11-goal lead and 9.5 minutes to go in the match. This will be their final match before the long Memorial Weekend beginning tomorrow. And I believe they'll ranked section sometime next week and probably start playoffs the week after. I'm not sure what that is. Wow, two beautiful all sections are next week. Two beautiful Canadian geese just flew in over the field and landed over there on that far practice field. Just a gorgeous setting here. Wildlife, trees behind, marsh. You wouldn't believe that there's a freeway just behind us, less than a quarter mile, looking out across this field from this angle as we see the shadows. Now really getting dark out there. The sun filtering through the grandstand, which is where our cameras and I am. And the Red Knights have the ball with 8.5 minutes to go. Number 22, Callie Henthorn. Now top of the key, Hannah Larson. And we've got a whistle, which stops play, but not the clock, as we are almost at the 8-minute mark here as we set up, and that looks like Hannah Larson going to get a free opportunity from the 20-yard line and that left hash mark, and looks inside, the pass complete, the shot deflected by the defender. I think that was Viat there. And the ball is still loose, and Hannah Larson comes away and spins out of it. Did a double rotation, almost like a diver, spun twice. But now she'll have it, and she'll have an opportunity to add to her goal total for the year. She already has one tonight, 7:42 remaining and counting down on the clock. Larson comes in, the bounce shot well in front of Davis, but it did fool her enough to go over her right shoulder and into the net, and Larson has her second goal of the night right there. She forcefully bounced that and just snuck it in right underneath that crossbar. Very effective shot there, executed by Larson. That goal comes with 7:20 remaining, and the clock continues to wind down. And back to the center circle, our score 14-2. And that is number 2, Maria Johnson at the center circle for the Red Knights. Still some sunshine. There's Riley Ridgway now. She'll take a shot at winning a faceoff. Ridgway with 20 goals, 13 assists, 33 points on the year. Great stats for her. 6:45. This is the best Orioles lacrosse team I've seen in several years of watching them. And there's a bunch of Canadian geese going right over the field. My goodness, if you can pan back and see that. Oh, they might just be getting out of view. But meanwhile, we've got a lacrosse match going on here. And that is number 22 with it. Callie Henthorn again. And Henthorn will get it out to the near side, Larson. And this is a tune-up for these players as sections will begin in a week. And that Tuesday, Ailish Fitzpatrick. Now Hannah Larson. Number 15 with it. That's Rose Fitzpatrick checking in. Getting some playing time here late as we're under 6 minutes to go. Now inside to number 20. Harper Cans, and she loses it, and that is Viat, the stellar defender for the Orioles. Watch her spin out of it and bring it down there with all kinds of power on that far sideline. And look at the speed of Viat into the offensive zone, and now she gets double teamed and coughs it up. But there's a whistle that's going to allow her and the Orioles to retain possession with 5:23 remaining. And now the interception. Following the whistle, and now the Red Knights have it, and they're off to the races on the far side, cutting in towards the middle, drawing contact is number 17, Anna Brown. And now with it, 17 is Brown. Look at the clock, just now under 5 minutes to go in the match. And on the far side, that is Maria Johnson, who's had a great night as well. She comes in, draws contact, withstands the contact, no whistle, takes the shot. Davis makes the save, rebound Fitzpatrick, and now she has it. And look at her speed on that far side. My goodness, Ailish Fitzpatrick blows by the defenders for the Red Knights and into the offensive zone. And my goodness, she got tripped up from behind. And that drew a huge groan as she gets up. She was at a dead run here. Let's see what happened. She got tangled up Or did she trip on her own, actually? She may have just tripped up on her own. She was going so fast, and she is walking gingerly over there. And that is a concern. That is one heck of a player, Ailish Fitzpatrick, and she's got a very promising college career ahead of her, and it looks like she's going to be okay. And now we have a whistle, and the clock is stopped for some reason. The official tapped. That's Ailish Fitzpatrick. She is walking off that injury a little bit. She's a little, her gait is just a little bit off, it appears to me. Okay, there was a whistle. Clock stopped, I don't know why. And now, just as Lola Grimm was gonna go, that is a nice steal by the Red Knights on that far side. I believe that is number 10, Taylor Nelson. Big time defense by Nelson. Lola Grimm didn't see her from behind, didn't check the review mirror, and there was Nelson saying, what's that old saying by the politician? Objects in your mirror are closer than they appear, and that was very true for Taylor Nelson. Big heads up, witty play by her on defense, and now the Red Knights have it on offense with a 12-point lead and 3:18 and counting on the clock. And the Red Knights have it. Near side, number 17, Anna Brown. Now to 22, Kaylee Henthorne. Brown again. And the Red Knights are going to allow that clock to wind down. And on the far side, a whistle as number 15, Claire Dooley, tried to rush that far side and drew contact with Viat. And now she'll get a free opportunity. She spins away from Viat. Little rivalry going on that far side. Good lacrosse action. Now to the near side with it is number 22, Henthorne. Now to Larson, 18, top of the key. Croft, 2:25 remaining in the match. That's Anna Brown now. And a nice defensive pressure applied by Adrina Meyer for the Orioles. Now behind the net, and that almost was lost in the sunshine as the sun's still creeping in around the nooks and crannies of the grandstand and the other pertinent buildings around here surrounding this beautiful field. And now the interception by Ailish Fitzpatrick. If we thought she was injured before, this would dispel anything that would resemble an injury, as Ailish Fitzpatrick off to the races again with that nice steal. Now the back pass to Ridgway, and she loses control, and that is not going to work for the Orioles as the Red Knights come away with that. Every little mistake, they are so quick to pounce on a missed opportunity for the Orioles, and that is a big part of the calculus of their success. It's just their ability and their quickness and their tenacious defense. And right here, still on display, number 22 for the Red Knights, Henthorne, really dogging. Also with number 14 on defense, Bryn Baker, the sophomore. Giving the Orioles all kinds of fits as we approach 1 minute mark to go. And there is the turnover, but there was a whistle to stop the play, and I think they'll give it back to the Orioles. But there is now 54 seconds and counting remaining. Orioles have it. Now they don't. Ball out of bounds. And it appears the Orioles are going to get it back with 39 seconds to go. Outlet pass to Viat, loses it momentarily, picks it right back up, and is forced out of bounds, and a whistle. And they'll continue on. The pass to Ridgway misses the mark. Now it's picked up by the Orioles, number 21, Meyer. And now it's Lola Grimm with it, number 23. Coming in, splits the defense, maneuvers inside, the pass to Kate Grimm, and her shot flies over the crossbar and against that far net, and hustling over there to get it for the Orioles with 3 seconds remaining. Not ever say die. Can they get one last goal before it ends? And there is the final whistle, signaling the end of this one. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with Park TV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching as we look at our final score, 14-2 Red Knights. They win. Both teams going out of the sections. Have a great night.